Nicolas Maduro is in total panic and he's acting very, very strange. In the last few days, the guy has been silent about the United States' drone attack on Venezuela. And not only that, but he has made comments like the following. Please, pay attention, Maduro. Venezuela is ready for American investment in its oil sector. The United States government knows it because we have told many of its spokespersons that if they want to seriously talk about an agreement to fight organized crime, we are ready. If they want oil from Venezuela, Venezuela is ready for American investments, just like with Chevron, whenever they want, wherever they want, and however they want, he stated. Nicolas Maduro. Still, I don't know if you remember that Nicolas Maduro used to laugh, make fun, and joke around. Well, lately he hasn't done any of that, but quite the opposite. Has that speech from Mr. Donald Trump returned? Here you have a helping hand from a country that is willing to cooperate and collaborate with you. That is the speech of Nicolas Maduro right now. In fact, he was asked about a call he allegedly had with Donald Trump. Please pay attention to Nicolas Maduro's response and how he discusses Donald Trump and the people of the United States. Pay attention.
Can you confirm if there was this second conversation with the president?
I was watching there. There are speculations about a second conversation. We have had, Ramon, only one conversation. He called me on Friday, November 21st from the White House, and I was at the Miraflores Palace. We talked for 10 minutes, and it was a conversation, as I have said, respectful, very respectful.
What did President Trump say to you?
He greeted me with, Mr. President Maduro, excellent, and I replied, Mr. President Donald Trump. And I think that conversation was even pleasant.
A very respectful, pleasant conversation with Mr. President Donald Trump, which now I pronounce correctly. More or less well? Interesting, right? Let's keep watching.
But since then, the developments after the conversation haven't been pleasant. And let's hope for everything. I leave it in God's hands, Almighty God, Creator of heaven and earth. Above all, on a day like today, December 31st, with a majestic, beautiful sky and that color. As the afternoon falls in this peaceful and beautiful Caracas, I leave everything in God's hands. God knows what He's doing. Let's act with ethics, with morals, with patriotism, with love for our homeland. For 2026, which is the year I have called the year of the Admirable Challenge.
The Admirable Challenge, as they will do anything to survive. I imagine that's what Nicolas Maduro and the Venezuelan regime are looking for. To survive the year 2026 no matter what, at any cost.
For us, it's about overcoming disturbances, problems, and being able to keep consolidating a country like Venezuela, a country at peace. And to the people of the United States, I say what I've always said. Here in Venezuela, you have a brotherly people. I even say to the people of the United States, you have a friendly government here.
You have a friendly government here. Do you know why Nicolas Maduro says all this? Because he's terrified. Because he never imagined that Donald Trump would dare to attack inside Venezuela. He never imagined it, and he did it. And obviously that was a warning. That was a clear sign. We know what they do, we know how they operate, where they operate, and when they operate. We're not playing around. Can we take them down with a drone? How did Nicolas Maduro view the real danger? Now he openly admits he's willing to cooperate. He openly admits it. He's even willing to give the oil to the United States and let these American companies invest in Venezuelan territory. Nicolas Maduro said he's willing to do that, just imagine. And he said it openly. This is not a minor issue because it obviously contradicts his speech. A speech in which Nicolas Maduro presented himself as a defender of Venezuela's natural resources, saying they were going to protect Venezuela's oil, even though we all know that was a lie. Even though we all know they had been giving away the country's natural resources to their allies. They gave away the country's natural resources to Iran, China, Cuba, Russia, Turkey, and North Korea for years, even decades. Previously, even in private meetings with the United States government, the Chavista regime had offered the country's natural resources for exploitation. They offered them to the United States government. At the time, Donald Trump rejected the offer, however. Well, now Nicolas Maduro publicly and openly acknowledges it, and here someone mentions the name of the work. I'm scared and do everything to keep him from coming after me because now Nicolas Maduro knows they're serious. In fact, this criminal was asked about the drone attack by the United States inside Venezuela. Please, let's listen to Nicolas Maduro against him.
With the nor denied that information. What could you tell us about that?
Look, that might be a topic we could discuss in a few days in a second version of this podcast, right? Surely in a few days we could talk? What I can tell you is that the National Defense System, which combines the popular military police force, has guaranteed and continues to guarantee territorial integrity. The peace of the country and the use and enjoyment of all our territories and our people are safe and at peace. Can I give you a little hint?
Okay, he said nothing but assured he would respond soon. However, I don't know why, but I can see Nicolas Maduro saying something like, oh yes, the United States attacked this place, but it's not our concern. It's from a criminal group, and we are also fighting those criminals, and we would be willing to cooperate with the United States government in the fight against organized crime. I suspect that he'll say something like that seriously. I really believe that's the direction Nicolas Maduro's speech will take. I think that'll be his excuse. And in fact, it shouldn't surprise us, because in the last few days he said the following. Check out this article from El País, a leftist newspaper, and see what they say. Maduro responds to Trump with his own narrative and announces the downing of 9 UY cartel aircraft. Venezuela declines to comment on the military attack announced by Trump, but says it has shot down 9 illegal planes in 2025. Even here, they mention it. Maduro boasts about destroying nearly 40 cartel-linked aircraft during a United States offensive. Maduro? Woo. What is Nicolas Maduro trying to say? Basically, he's fighting criminals. Nicolas Maduro knows he can no longer deny the cartel of the suns exists, nor the presence of criminal groups in Venezuela. He knows it, he's aware, so what is he probably going to try to do? That is to say, the Venezuelan government is willing to fight against it and to work together, hand in hand with the United States, to combat these criminal groups with almost total certainty. In fact, it makes a lot of sense with what Nicolas Maduro has been saying in recent days. It makes a lot of sense. So, is that what Nicolas Maduro will try to do to survive and be able to negotiate with Donald Trump? I think that's the direction it's going to take. Of course, I could be wrong. I can't predict the future, but I think that's more or less what will happen. Or I don't know. I would like to know, please, what you think, what your opinion is. What do you think will happen? And well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.